Hey, what's up gamers? Cheetah here, bringing you a quick and easy achievement walkthrough for 911 Prey. This game is published by 17 Studio LLC, and it's developed by Euphoria Games. You can pick it up right now for a price of $9.99. To get the full completion, it'll only take you around 12 minutes following along with the video guide. We just have to finish the game and escape from the kidnapper, which is pretty easy. And if you're a chicken, don't worry, this game isn't really scary. So starting off, you can skip the intro cutscene if you want to. You can move around with the left stick. You can crouch with X and pick up items with A. So turn to the right, pick up the fire poker in the corner there, and then equip that with the D-pad, and use the fire poker to pick up the crowbar there on the other side. And then use the crowbar to bust out of the cage. And then before you leave, make sure you turn to the right and replace the fire poker where we picked it up, or else the kidnapper will see that it's missing and he's going to kill us. And then you can exit the cage. So the spawn locations for the items are random in this game, but you want to check just beside the fireplace there for some poisoned cheese. And then from there, open up these cabinet drawers. There's usually always a key in here. Again, the location is slightly random, but it'll spawn somewhere inside the cabinet there. And then after you have that, make sure you close the doors, or else he's going to see that we were in there and he'll kill us. And then after that, just retreat back to the cage, close yourself back in, and make sure that he doesn't spot you. So there's two more timed events just like this one here where you again have to hide in the cage, but other than that, the kidnapper is always chilling upstairs in his room and he doesn't bother you at all, so don't worry about him kind of roaming around the house or chasing you or anything like that other than in these timed events here. Also, since the items are random, I tried my best to keep doing multiple playthroughs and to find all of the different spawn locations, but if for whatever reason I somehow missed one, please comment down below where you found it. So once he's gone, you can exit the cage, and then again, we're going to use the key that we found to unlock the door. So head outside here, and then we're going to take a right and head upstairs. And then once you're upstairs, take another right and enter the bathroom door just beside us here. And then on the floor next to the bathtub is the second spawn location for the cheese. That's where it was for me. If it's there, pick it up. And then a spawn location for the glass cutter is on the corner of the sink there. And then once you check in here, you can close the door, and then we're going to head into the kidnapper's room. He's just chilling over there. Make sure you don't disturb him. On the bed, you can interact with the ID to unlock an achievement. And then once you have that, make sure you check the nightstand just beside the bed for the screwdriver. That's another spawn location. And then once you check in here, we can head back downstairs. And then at the bottom of the stairs, you'll see a little fuse box. This is a possible spawn location for the resistor. If it's there, pick it up. And then turn to the right, check this little kind of table for another spawn location. That's where it was for me. And then the third location for the cheese that I found is just behind the broom there again. If it's there, pick it up. And the next step, head into the laundry room. Make sure you don't step on the ducks or else that'll alert him. If for whatever reason you alert him, make sure you run back to the cage. So the next spawn location for the resistor is on the washer there. And then just on that bottom shelf is the star screwdriver. Pick those up. And then head outside into the kitchen here. Open up this top left drawer. Interact with that note to unlock an achievement. And then again, make sure you close all of the drawers and the cabinets that you open. And then towards the bottom, open up these cabinets here. Check for a green battery. Pick it up if it's there. And then close the cabinets. Follow this trail back here. There's another spawn location for the resistor in that corner there. And then again, be careful. Don't step on the ducks here. You want to take your poisoned cheese and place it in the soup here. We're going to poison him later. And then in this top left drawer right here, that's another spawn location for the ladle. If it's in there, pick it up. And then down here in the cabinet, I found the battery and the ladle handle as well. And then again, close it up. You can check these cabinets here if you didn't find it already. It also spawns in the top right drawer. And then down here in this cabinet is a little puzzle cube. You want to interact with it and then rotate it to the right. Use the star screwdriver to unscrew that screw there. That'll open up the little compartment. You can activate the lever and then spin it to the right, and you can place the two transistors in those slots there. resistors rather, and then rotate it to the bottom here and you'll see a little compartment to place the battery in. Place that in there, close it back up, and then rotate it to the top. So this puzzle here is random every playthrough, so you can't really copy the solution, but basically you have to make all of the squares green. If you have it rotated the same way that I do, if you press the middle one, that activates all of them, and then if you press the kind of bottom left one, it activates the bottom 4 left side squares, and then if you did the top right one, it would activate the top right 4 squares. It's not too hard, but it can be a little bit annoying if you don't know which buttons activate which. But after you get them all lit up green there, this little switch will open up. You can activate that, and then that'll open it up, and you can pick up the basement key. And then once you're done, make sure you close the cabinet. Make sure everything's all closed, and then don't step on the ducts in here. And just make sure you covered your tracks. And then once everything's all good, we can open up this door here using the key and make our way down to the basement. And then there is a possible spawn location for the lockpick on the chair there. Also, make sure you don't bump into the chains and alert the kidnapper. You have to crouch under them. Just over here on top of the furnace is another location for the screwdriver. And then you want to crouch down. And in this little kind of shelf, there's 2 locations for the lockpick, one right there, and then one right there. Once you have the lockpick, you want to use that to pick the lock right there. And then we're going to head into this area from the first game. We're going to turn to the left, and you want to open up the drawers to the workbench. And inside here is a possible spawn location for the screwdriver and the glass cutter. So check inside there. And then turn to the right, and on the wall just over here, interact with the note. That'll unlock an achievement for you. And then just beside that, interact with the rat poison. That'll unlock another one. And then beside that is a possible spawn location for the screwdriver, which is where it was for me. And then if you turn to the right, you can activate this switch right there. That'll open up the unit. And then inside here, you can pick up a replacement blade for the glass cutter, and then you can close it. And then just back here on the green table is another location for the glass cutter if you didn't already have it. And then just beside that, you can open up this cabinet, read the page, and that'll unlock another achievement for you. And then again, once you're done, make sure you close it up. And then we're going to turn to the right, and you can place the glass cutter on the workbench right there. And then now that we have the screwdriver, we're going to head back upstairs, and there's a little secret compartment on the washer that we're going to open up. And inside here, make sure you shut that door. Inside here, there's a little compartment, and when you activate the lever, it opens up a secret kind of area of the fireplace. So we're actually going to have to do a little timed event here. So after you pull that lever, don't close it up yet. We're going to quickly run back here in just a second and hide the evidence. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the starting area. And then as soon as you break the glass here, you want to quickly run back and deactivate it. So you'll see I break this here, pick it up quickly, run back to the laundry room, and you have to deactivate the lever that we activated. And then put the panel back on, close the door, and then run back to the room, close this door, and then hide in the cage. And as long as you kind of deactivated it and covered up your tracks, he won't notice you. Won't notice that you were out of the cage, and you'll be fine.
Wait a second. Something's wrong here. Okay, everything seems to be in place.
Alright, so once it's safe, you can exit the cage, and we're going to head back downstairs, and we're going to use our new special key to get the WD-40 out of this cabinet down here. So head down here, turn to the left, use the key on this here, open it up, pick up the WD-40, and then you can close it. And then we're going to use that on the glass cutter on the workbench here. So interact with that, spray the WD-40 on it, and then click on the rusty blade and replace that with the clean one. Click on the broken handle, replace that with the ladle handle that we picked up earlier, and then back out. And then this is the final timed event here. After we pick up the glass cutter, we're going to close this gate, re-put the lock back on, and head back to the first room. So on the right side of the workbench, click that white button there. That's going to start the event. You want to be quick. Exit this room, close the gate behind you, crouch down with X, put the lock back on, and then head back upstairs. And then close this door behind you, head back to the starting room, close this door behind you as well, and then get in the cage and hide in there. And then as long as you poisoned his soup and you covered your tracks, then this is basically the end of the game. He's going to go get his soup, he's going to eat it, his tummy's going to hurt, and he's going to go upstairs and lay in his bed. And then while he's distracted, we're going to make our escape. So just chill here for a while. You can actually skip the dialogue if you want to, or you can listen to him, but whatever you do, if you choose to skip it, make sure you're not looking at the cage door, because it's A to skip, but if you press A while looking at the door to skip, it's going to open up the cage and he's going to kill you. So make sure if you do choose to skip it that you kind of turn to the right over there, and don't accidentally open the cage. That would suck. But he's going to come in here. Of course, I'm going to choose to skip the dialogue. You have to press A to do that. So skip that if you want.
Okay.
And then once he leaves, we're again going to exit the cage, and we can use the glass cutter to make our escape.
I don't feel well.
So once he's gone, exit the cage, turn to the left, and then use your glass cutter on this window here. And then just like that, that's going to be the end of the game. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video if the guide was helpful. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Huge shout out to all my awesome Patreon and YouTube members. Special thanks to those in tiers 3 and 2, including Jax Jags and Rockmono44.